Do you want insight into how I keep up with everything happening in the news? Stick around until the end of this video for an important offer from Ground News. There was another great moment at a rally yesterday with Kamala Harris in Wisconsin. And it's bifurcated. It's in the same clip I'm getting ready to play for you, like a minute and 15 seconds, that really shows her comfortability as a human being, as a leader, as a potential president of the United States, but also her humanity. When she did her Univision town hall, I played a clip that was just drenched in her humanity, in her concern and care for the American people. A moment where after the thing was off, the event ended, she went to a woman who had asked one of the very first questions of the entire night and comforted her and talked to her about her father. And in this clip, where she pokes fun at very comfortably and makes a joke in the moment about some Trump supporters who tried to crash the event, immediately there's a medical emergency in front of her, and she provides that same level of humanity and concern and took command of the situation, calling for medics, telling the crowd to part so someone could get a path to this person. It's an emotional moment that is juxtaposed against the deftness with which she dealt with these protesters. She didn't tell them to shut up. She didn't tell somebody to punch them in the face. She didn't pledge that she would pay for someone's legal bills if they assaulted them. She just made a joke. She's good at this. She's very good at this. Watch this moment.
Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street. Come on. So, but back to the matter at hand. We need a medic here. We need a medic. Right here, and then let's part the way so someone can come through and bring help. Okay? Okay. All right, we're good. So.
Look, both of those, I'm both emotional over the humanity of it, but also still chuckling at her dealing with the protesters. This is what you want in a leader. This is what you want in someone who's comfortable in their own skin, who does not just ooze out of every pore insecurity and weakness and cowardice like Donald Trump. This is someone who understands our birthright of the freedom of speech and the freedom of expression and the freedom of association protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution. This is someone who's not looking to pound these people, to harm these people, to visit violence upon protesters who are there legally, who are there utilizing their First Amendment right under the Constitution. It's political speech. She understands that. It's also her right to make some jokes and in the process make fun of Donald Trump's dwindling crowd sizes. And then when they do show up, they don't stay for long because they're making a hit for the aisles and the exits as quickly as they can. All of this is good. All of this is part of the process. This is disagreeing agreeably. And then the second part of it is this is what you want in a leader. When you invest in someone or vest in someone, tremendous power, as we do with the President of the United States, you want them to have empathy. You don't want him to be a sociopath, a psychopath, like Donald Trump almost assuredly is. Someone lacking empathy, lacking sympathy, lacking basic human understanding of the human condition, and not holding it against someone. That's Donald Trump. That's clearly not Kamala Harris. So look, I just thought it was a great moment that needed to be highlighted. Again, the more I learn about Kamala Harris, the more excited I am for the prospect of a Harris-Walz administration. And not even just because rah-rah Democrats, but because she can be pressured, she can be influenced to make our country a better place, to push forward against the wish of the establishment to enact policies that are more left-wing that I would like. I want Medicare for all. I want to see the genocide in Gaza ended. And I believe Kamala Harris is the person who can be pressured, who can be influenced through public opinion. And Donald Trump is not that guy. And that's because of his sociopathy. It's because of his lack of concern for any other human being other than himself. There's a whole bunch I'm gleaning from this. Maybe I'm going too far. I'd love your opinion. You can leave a comment below. You can also leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at Dollemore.com. Please consider helping support this work, helping me produce these videos. Click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month, or you can visit my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. And stick around for a word from today's sponsor, Ground News. If Trump is reelected, he has made it clear in this Truth Social post that he is intent upon revenge against anyone who questions him. It's one of the many recent examples of his dangerous authoritarian mindset and his plans for a future where public dissent is not met with debate, but with prison time. As you might guess, few, if any, right-wing outlets are covering news items like this. And if they are, it's someone like belligerent Ben Shapiro boosting for dropout Doug Burgum in North Dakota. Meanwhile, an independent outlet like Mother Jones is calling it what it is: voter suppression as designed by Project 2025. To say nothing of the spectrum of takes on social media platforms like Trump's, they all serve someone's agenda. Where is the best place to get a clear view of the various angles on a story and cut through the noise of social media? Ground News. It's an app and website that gathers the world's news in one place and exposes the bias of every outlet. With Ground News, you can easily compare coverage across the political spectrum to achieve a more coherent understanding of a particular issue. Democracy cannot survive on blind loyalty and echo chambers. It requires independent thought and civil discourse. That is why Ground News is here and what it's all about. Use Ground News to keep informed about the Middle East or to find out more about labor strikes in your area. All kinds of things are covered. Expand your information base. Head to ground.news/Dollemore or just scan my QR code below to score 40% off the very same unlimited access Vantage plan that I use for this show. By signing up, you'll be supporting not one, but two independent platforms working to make media more transparent. Ground News and Dollemore, unlimit your knowledge with Ground News.